Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about relative velocity, which is an interesting concept actually. You may be familiar with the experience of traveling in a car and being overtaken by another car moving in the same direction. Suppose you are in this car A moving along this direction and another car B is here moving in the same direction. Now, to overtake your car A, the car B must be traveling faster than the car A. Though the car B travels faster than your car A, to overtake it, it does seem slower to you than it would be to someone standing on the ground and watching both the cars. In case both the cars A and B have the same velocity with respect to the ground, then to you are in this car A, then to you, the car B would seem to be not moving at all. To understand such observations, we need to know about this concept, relative velocity. Now, consider two objects. The objects can be the cars, buses, trains, persons, etc. So, you just want to consider two objects. So, in general, we are considering two objects. One is A, another one is B. Okay, we are considering two objects A and B. Then we have taken at t equal to 0, that is initially, this object A is somewhere here with respect to the origin. That is, with respect to the origin, the position of this object A at t equal to 0 is taken as xa of 0. Okay, then initially we have another object B here. Then again at t equal to 0, this object B is initially somewhere here with respect to the origin. So the position of that object B is taken as xb of 0 at t equal to 0. Okay, so initially the object A is here somewhere here with respect to the origin and B is here with respect to the origin. Okay, then you just imagine both these objects A and B started moving uniformly with some average velocities v and vb respectively along a straight line. Let A be moving with an average velocity va along the straight line, and let B be uniformly moving with an average velocity vb along this straight line. Okay, then let at t equal to t, that is after some time t, the object A has reached somewhere here. So its position with respect to the origin at time t is taken as xa of t. Okay, similarly the position of B with respect to the origin at time t, that is t equal to t, at time, that is after some time t, the object B has reached here. So its position with respect to the origin at time t is taken as xb of t. Okay, so initial position of A is xa of 0, and after some time t, or after some time at t equal to t, the position of position of this object A has taken as xa of t. And initially B was here, its position is taken as xb of 0. After some time at t equal to t, the object B has reached somewhere here. So its position with respect to the origin is taken as xb of t. Okay, now what will be the displacement of A here in this situation? What will be the displacement of A? How can we find out the displacement? Final position minus initial position, no? Okay, so displacement of A, displacement of the object A will be equal to what? Final position is xa of t, initial position is xa of 0. So displacement of A can be written as xa of t minus xa of 0. Alright, then we have one expression for average velocity now. We have already discussed about average velocity, instantaneous velocity, etc. I will provide the link in the description box if you haven't watched that video. Okay, so we have an expression for the average velocity as what? Average velocity, that is the velocity of A is VA. So average velocity VA is actually what? Displacement divided by, right, x2 minus x1 divided by t2 minus t1. This is a general expression for average velocity. x2 minus x1 divided by t2 minus t1. Okay, so x2 is the position of the object at time t2. x1 is the position of the object at time t1. Here, what is that x2 final position of A? xa of t. So we can write it as xa of t minus x1 is the initial position of A, because we are writing the expression for the average velocity of the object A. Okay, so initial position is what? With respect to the origin, it is xa of 0. So xa of 0 divided by t2 minus t1. That is t2 is t, t2 is t and t1 is 0. Okay, that is, the time when the object is at here, that is when its position is xa of t, that is t, and initial position is xa of 0 corresponding to the time 0. So t1 is 0 and t2 is t. So this can be written as t minus 0. Okay, now t minus 0 is what? T itself. When I am taking that t to this side, that goes to the numerator, no? So we can write it as VA into t, okay, equal to xa of t minus xa of 0. Okay. Now, if I am taking this minus xa of 0 to this side, that becomes plus, no? Okay, so we will get an expression for that xa of t as xa of t is equal to VA into t plus what? Xa of 0. I have taken this minus xa of 0 to this side, so that became plus. Okay, or you can write it as xa of t equal to xa of 0 plus VA into t. Okay, so we got one expression for the position of the object A at time t. Okay, like this, and I am taking this as equation number 1. Similarly, here what will be the displacement of B? Displacement of B will be what? Its final position minus initial position. Its final position is what? xb of t. So xb of t, that is the position at time t. Okay, minus initial position xb of 0. That is the position of B at the time t equal to 0 seconds. Okay, or 0 units. Alright, so this is the displacement of B. Now what about the average velocity? We already said that this B is moving with some average velocity VB along a straight line, say x-axis. Okay, so let us take the average velocity of B as VB. That will be equal to, if it is moving uniformly with the same average velocity, then instantaneous velocity will also be the same. Okay, so VB equal to x2 minus x1 divided by t2 minus t1. So x2 minus x1, that is xb of t minus xb of 0 divided by t2, that is t minus t1, that is 0. Okay, so again we are getting a relation like this for average velocity of B. So t minus 0, that is t. When I am taking this t to this side, that goes to the numerator. So we can write it as VB into t equal to xb of t minus xb of 0. Okay, now if I am taking this minus xb of 0 to that side, that becomes plus xb of 0. Right, so we can write it as xb of t equal to, I am taking this to this side, so that becomes plus. So xb plus xb of 0 plus vb into t. So we got one expression for the position of B at a time t as like this, and I am taking this as equation number 2. So here we got two equations. One is xa of t equal to xa of 0 plus Va into t. Another one is the position of B at a time t as like this. That is the equation number 2. Now, what will be the displacement of the object B from the object A, or displacement to B from A? Final position minus initial position now. That is, for example, you just imagine A is here and B is here. So, displacement from A to B. Okay, or displacement to B from A. Okay, that means what? This is a final one and this is the initial one. From A to B, no? So, displacement to B from A will be what? I am writing it as XBA of t. That is, at time t, A is somewhere here and B is somewhere here. Okay, then at time t, the displacement to B from A can be written as XBA of t. That is, at time t, the position of B from A, or position to B from A. So, XBA of t. That will be equal to what? XB of t. The position of B at time t minus position of A at time t. Okay, so XB of t minus XA of t. Okay, so we got the expressions for XB of t as well as for XA of t now. So we just want to substitute these two expressions here. Alright, so we can write it as, what is XB of t? XB of 0 plus VB into t minus XA of 0 plus VA into t. So minus XA of 0, then minus into plus minus VA into t. Alright, so this can be written as the position or displacement from A to B, or displacement to the object B from the object A. That is, XBA of t equal to what? XB of 0, okay, minus XA of 0. I am writing it together. XB of 0 minus XA of 0. Okay. Then VB into t minus VA into t. So, I am taking t outside. So, that this can be written as plus VB minus VA into t. Okay, so we got the displacement to the object B from the object A as like this. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 3. So here XBA of t is the displacement to the object B from the object A. Okay, then this one no, VB minus VA, this is actually the velocity of B with respect to the object A. Velocity of the object B with respect to the object A. Okay, so this VB minus VA, that is actually the velocity of B with respect to the object A, that is equal to VB minus VA, that is the relative velocity. Okay, we are relating the velocity. It is the velocity of B. B has, the object B has some velocity, but with respect to A, it will have some other velocity. Okay, that is what that relative velocity comes here. That is why. Okay, B has some velocity with respect to the ground. A will have some velocity with respect to the ground. Okay, but when we are comparing the velocities of, velocity of the object B with respect to the object A, it will have some other velocity. Okay, that is why when the car B tries to overtake the car A, though the car B travels faster than the car A, to overtake it does seem slower to you. Okay, it is moving very fast, but it seems slower to you. That is the relative velocity. That is where the relative velocity comes. Okay, so VB minus VA, that is the velocity of B with respect to A. So relative velocity, we are relating its velocity with respect to another velocity. We are relating the velocity of B with respect to the velocity of A. Okay, so relative velocity VBA equal to VB minus VA. So it is the velocity of B with respect to A, which is equal to VB minus VA, and I am taking it as equation number 4. Similarly, the velocity of A with respect to the velocity of the object P. VAB, velocity of the object A with respect to the velocity of the object B, that is VAB equal to VA minus VB. Okay, I am taking this as equation number 5. Now, you just compare these two expressions VBA and VAB. VBA is equal to minus VAB, no, or VAB equal to minus VBA, no. Okay, so VBA is the velocity of the object B with respect to the velocity of the object A. So we are relating the velocity. Okay, B has some velocity, A has some other velocity, but velocity of B with respect to the velocity of A will have this form. Okay, similarly velocity of A with respect to B, that will be equal to VA minus VB. Okay. So, in this video, we have actually discussed about relative velocity. We know that, or you have already studied that, everything in this universe is relative. When you are in a moving bus, and when you observe the plants on the ground, the plants will be in a state of motion with respect to you. Okay, because you are in a moving bus. The bus is in a state of motion. So you are also in a state of motion. So with respect to you, the plants on the ground will be in a state of motion. Okay, but for an observer or for a person who is standing on the ground, with respect to him or her, the plants will be in a state of rest. Okay, so here also, everything in this universe is actually relative. Okay, with respect to you, something will be in a motion. With respect to someone else, that the same thing will be in a state of rest. Okay, then these two are the expressions to find out the relative velocities. VBA means velocity of B with respect to the velocity of A. Okay, VAB means velocity of A with respect to the velocity of B. And these are the expressions to calculate those velocities. I hope you understood this derivation and this concept. Thank you.